Hi, I'm Jeff Siegel. Welcome to SantaAnita.com. Welcome to our video analysis for opening day at Santa Anita. Great program, including 4 stakes, 2 grade 1s, and we will get to that a little bit later on. We are going to sit out races 1 and 2 for our purposes when I get a feel for what the track's playing like. A couple of races I'm not real keen on. So let's pass the first and second, jump ahead to the third. This is a race that is scheduled on the turf. We're going to handicap it as such. We actually like, as a strong rolling exotic single, number 10 Valley Cat on the program. Number 10 Valley Cat beaten in a similar race at Hollywood Park last time out. But if you saw that race, you know that he hit the front, kind of pulled himself up, and was nailed late. But I think he'll be more patiently handled, perhaps try to make the last run. Maybe we'll see him get reserved behind the leaders and then produce the last run in the final furlong. So let's go with number 10, Valley Cat, as a strong rolling exotic single in today's third race. Fourth race, a really good maiden allowance race. This is a race for 2-year-olds, some extremely bright prospects in the field. The logical horse, and I think the one that's going to get most of the play, is the Bob Baffert trained number 9, The Factor. This is a colt that was very well regarded in his debut, was beaten at 3-5 in his only start, but he's a whole lot better than that. The two horses that he has to worry about the most, I would think, is the colt from Steve Asmussen's barn, and that, of course, is the number 10 Houston Harbor, and also the first-time starter from Ron Ellis's barn, and his name is Hope and Believe. Both those colts should be used in any kind of exotic plays that you might have. Obviously, we like the Factor the best, but those are the 3 you should use in all of your rolling exotics. Moving now to the 5th race, and this, of course, is the Cal Breeders' Champion Stakes. An arresting officer, if you saw his race over at Hollywood, really impressive. He didn't break at all in his debut, rushed up inside in hand, and then was asked to accelerate again in the upper stretch and took hold and drew off under wraps. Very impressive performance. He's come back and trained extremely well since for Mike Mitchell. Now this time he draws the outside post. He should have no trouble controlling this race from start to finish, assuming he leaves this field this time. And even if he doesn't, I think he's going to be tough. So he's our rolling exotic single number 9, arresting officer in today's 5th race. Moving ahead to the 6th race, this kicks off the late best play pick 4 that we have, and really do like this best play sequence, starting off in the 6th race with the La Brea Stakes. Now we're going to go 3 deep here using numbers 3, 7, and 9 on your program. Number 3 is Switch. Number 7 is Malibu Pier, and number 9, Always a Princess. I'd use all 3 in an exacta or trifecta box. Use all 3 in your pick 3s. Now Switch is obviously the one to beat. She ran great against Zenyatta in the Ladies' Secret, came out of that race and ran super in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf Sprint. Second place finishes in both, and since then she has trained extremely well. For Sadler, she is spot on, and 7/8 is a perfect distance for her. Malibu Pier has never actually won or even placed in a stakes, but she is really improving. I loved her allowance win at Hollywood. She'll sit back and make her run. She's lightly raced and improving, and will pack a tremendous late kick. And if they go fast early, Malibu Pier is going to be dangerous. Use her at a price. Definitely use her. And also the number 9, Always a Princess for Bob Baffert. Disappointed badly with a terrible trip at Churchill Downs on Breeders' Cup Day, and I think she's much better than that. So look for Always a Princess to come back and really perform up to her capabilities. And if she does that, she's right there. So use all 3 in an exacta or trifecta box. Numbers 3, 7, and 9. Use all 3, of course, in all of your rolling exotics. 7th race is the Sir Beaufort, and we're assuming it's on the turf, but even if it comes off the turf, we still like the same horse. That's Sydney's Candy. Obviously, he can handle any surface. He was a winner of the Santa Anita Derby on dirt here last year, actually synthetic, but the main track. And then, of course, his races on turf, the La Jolla, and then, of course, even in the Breeders' Cup Mile were good. So I think he just outclasses his field. He should be able to control the race from start to finish on either surface. So he's our rolling exotic single. That's Sydney's Candy. 8th race, of course, is the Malibu, and a terrific race that you could go 4 or 5 deep and not really feel all that comfortable. We're going to use 3 horses. The ones that we're going to use, obviously, are number 2, Alcindor, unbeaten, untested for Bob Baffert. Brilliant winner of an allowance race last time out. Also, Noble's Promise coming in from Kenny McPeak. He is an outstanding one-corner horse. I loved his race at Churchill and his win. And then, of course, Twirling Candy, who had his unbeaten streak snapped in the Goodwood when he was tried over a distance around 9 furlongs. He's freshened, dropping back in trip. A terrific sprinter, training like his old self for Sadler, and his best race is probably good enough to win. So I would think he'd be good enough to win, and if he fires, he's going to be real tough to beat, especially from that comfortable outside post. So Al Cinder, Noble's Promise, and Twirling Candy, the three that we're going to use in this race. Again, use all three in all of your rolling exotics. And moving to the final race, this is a mess. This is a maiden claiming race. I really can't get a handle on it. Go as deep as you can. The four that I'm going to use are number 2, Benchmark. Also, we're going to use number 4, Swiss Emperor, number 6, a Gifted Student, and we're going to use number 8, a Forward Containment and Forward Commitment, I should say. And all four of these horses that can win. None of them are trustworthy. So again, if you want to throw in a few more, that's fine. But again, the four will use numbers 2, 4, 6, and 8. Use all four in any kind of rolling exotics. You can play the superfecta if you want to take a shot there. But again, I don't trust any of them. I'm just spreading, using as many as I can use. That wraps up our video seminar for opening day. Best of luck at Santa Anita. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.